Deep valleys, terraced mountains, lush meadows. You're looking at a beautiful part of the world known as Kashmir. It sits here between India and Pakistan, and it's actually divided into two. This part's controlled by India, and this part's controlled by Pakistan, with this little bit here controlled by China. But both these countries think the whole area should belong to them. To understand why, we need to go back in time. This was the day India became an independent country, August 15, 1947. For more than 200 years, Britain had controlled what was then a collection of states, which were home to people of different religions and cultures. While the majority were Hindu, there were also Muslims, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Christians, Parsis and Jews. For a long time, Indian leaders fought for independence. And finally, after World War II, Britain gave in. But it didn't leave India as one united country. Instead, Britain quickly drew up a plan to split it in two. India would be created out of the Hindu majority regions and would be mainly Hindu, while a second country, Pakistan, was created out of regions that had a Muslim majority and would be mostly Muslim. Over a period of around 2 years, millions of people left towns and villages their families had lived in for centuries. More than 1 million people died, and families were ripped apart as people were forced to choose a home based on their religion. Kashmir's leader was allowed to choose which country his region would belong to. He was Hindu, but most of his people were Muslim. At first, he wanted Kashmir to stay separate, but chose to join India after Pakistani fighters invaded Kashmir. This led to an uprising from within Kashmir and the first war between India and Pakistan. Fighting lasted for around 1 year, killing between 200,000 to 2 million people until a ceasefire, negotiated by the UN, came into effect in January 1949. A line was drawn through Kashmir, with one side controlled by India and the other by Pakistan. Again, villages were severed and families were separated. And tension between India and Pakistan has continued, occasionally flaring into violence. In April this year, gunmen attacked a tourist spot in the Indian Kashmir Valley, killing 26 people, most of them Hindu. India blamed Pakistani terrorists and launched a series of air attacks on sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-controlled Kashmir. Pakistan said it had nothing to do with the terrorism. It claimed to have shot down some Indian aircraft and fired on Indian-controlled Kashmir. For a while, there were worries the violence could get even worse. The world's biggest cricket tournament, the Indian Premier League, was even put on pause. But to the relief of many, both sides agreed to a ceasefire.
My administration helped broker a full and immediate ceasefire.
Now, life on both sides of Kashmir is starting to get back to normal. And people here are hoping the peace will continue.